Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Gemstone Legends video, and in this video we've got another summons video for you with this new hero, Xojin. Very cool art. I never know how to pronounce a lot of these names, but a unique hero. I've been talking about this one with my guild a lot, and I feel like this is one that I want to go for. That's not always the case. Sometimes I find it hard to judge whether a hero is going to be good because there's a lot of variety of how they function in this game. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below on this particular hero, and then I will give you mine. Basically, well, let's read everything first and I'll expand on it as we go. So, deals damage to a single enemy based on 450% of the target's speed 3 times. I think this is the first hero that utilizes the stat of the hero it's attacking to determine how much damage it's going to do, aside from, ignoring defense or something, which is referencing the defense stat. But the thing that is determining the damage first and foremost is the speed of the target. So 450% 3 times. That's not going to be a lot, okay? 75% chance to inflict burn on a single enemy for 3 turns. I think as it goes, burn is the most damaging. I forget exactly how it goes, but I think it's 5, 6, and 7 poison, bleed, burn, or 4, 5, and 6, something like that. But I think burn is the best, not by much, 1% compared to second best, but worth mentioning. Okay, at the start of his turn, he has a 100% chance to gain increased accuracy. So if he's going to be firing, it's nice to start with that because burn is a part of his status, or his ability. All right. If he has less speed than the target, he recasts his special ability 3 times. He gains 1 additional recast for every 30 speed difference. Max 4 additional times. So that looks like it means his speed needs to be 120 less than the target to recast the maximum amount of times, which would be 8 times. So if we think about that, each one is hitting with that much speed 3 times. So it's going to be a small hit, but at most he's doing 24 of those hits from my understanding and placing 8 burn statuses. So that's going to be the absolute best case scenario. And you're probably going to need to put tomes on him for that because it's only a 75% chance. But with tomes, you could fill up slots on a hero, get 8 statuses, 8 burn statuses, which is going to do over 50% of their damage in a single turn. So for 3 turns, it's on there. So if they can't clear those, you're just completely killing a hero. So the damage is not really that important. What's important is having space for those. So since you want to build him slow, you're probably going to want to have some kind of status remover or curse or something like that before. But this would be a great way of chewing up some sort of taunt hero or something that doesn't have really high resistance or spell shield or something like that. So that's pretty interesting because if you can land, even 7 of them is 50% HP basically. Even 5 of them is a third of the health. So if nothing can get cleared in the 3 turns, that is a dead hero. So pretty good if you ask me. It's not immediate damage, but that's pretty strong. Okay, so the next thing to look at is because he's dealing damage based on, and if you just want to see the pull, skip ahead, but I feel like this is the most valuable part in my opinion. The next thing to talk about is his damage is based on the speed of the target. So you don't have to pump up an attack stat here. That just means that you want good crit rate and crit damage, and then you can just build him as a tank. So you can go crit rate gloves, crit damage gloves with a bunch of crit rate substats to get up to at least 100. But again, his damage is not going to be that good. I don't know what it's going to add up to if you're landing 24 of these hits, like what the total is. But since he is dealing damage, that would be my suggestion. Perhaps that's incorrect. But then you can put on defense boots and HP armor or something like that. So very unique to have an attacking hero like this that you can build very defensively. Actually, you might want to go with accuracy armor, since the statuses are a huge part of his overall damage output. But at the start of every turn, he gets increased accuracy, which is fantastic. So just a flat boost. And if we look at his stats, Monogain is 24. With Tomes, it goes up to 25. So he's firing pretty quick. So if you have a reliable way of removing statuses, he's got a reliable way of placing them. And with a Monogain that high, even with his speed being very slow, it's only going to take 8 purples at some point before his turn to get him charged. So yeah, keep that in mind. He's probably going to be the slowest person on your team in a lot of cases, meaning you would be charging him out of turn primarily to get him to go off when it is his turn. Otherwise, his increased accuracy, well, he gets it every turn. So yeah, very interesting hero. So again, I am intrigued. Quick look at her. Decreased defense with heal block potential. So kind of similar to a Mrs. Claus, but not as good, which makes sense for an epic. Accuracy is increased by 30% if enemies below 30% HP. That's not very good, but yeah. This is a hero that I would think is like, my intuition is like, oh man, this hero is super weak, but there are heroes like this that have been very successful, like what is his name? Galmaris, the Halloween hero. I looked at him when he came out and I was like, what a weak hero. And now he's on like every defense team. So I'm not the best at predicting these things. I can give my own opinion. That's as much as I can do. So check out the comments to see what other people think about this hero. And if you have thoughts, please add them below. Be part of the community. Share your thoughts. All right, so we're going to go for it. We'll start with golds because those are the easiest to come by. We've got enough for 2 mercy pulls at the very least, and with a 50% chance. So, I mean, I could guarantee this hero if I wanted, because I do have the 2 diamond scrolls. 8 platinums is something that might get me to a mercy. So I, as always, would like to use as little as possible, but let's see what happens. I'm not very many golds into my mercy, so maybe like 10 or something like that. I tried the new wish list function, and I did add, what's his name? Blue Reviver Leopold. I did add him because the whole time we've been playing, I've only gotten 1 of him, but I have like 5 Nefris, so I really did want a second for war defense teams because he is still one of the best defense heroes to have in certain combinations, and I did get him. So kind of expensive with the gems that it costs for legendary, but pretty amazing that you can, you could easily spend that money on scrolls and get, the chance of getting one specific hero at this point is extremely low. So yes, it is expensive, but the fact that that's available is pretty incredible, because if you played Empires and Puzzles, it doesn't matter what you want. You get what you get, and that's it. So still cool to have the choice, and you're not, there's no obligation to do it. It's simply an opportunity. All right, a lot of epic hits. I think we got the featured epic. I wasn't really paying attention. Also, while we're at it, let me know what you think some of the best defensive rare synergies are for war and defensive epic synergies. I know it's been changing a lot, and I know it's usually based on revive with like Paulina and I forget what the other green version of her is. But yeah, curious what you guys think. I need to do some work on my rare and epic defense teams, so let me know what you think are the peak strategies at the moment, the meta. Well, I do love that you can send them to the inbox. They only last for 7 days, though, so you got to be quick so that you don't waste those, because those are cauldrons, basically, or XP if you're lazy, like me. All right, what do we think? Are we going to get them on the first legendary, or are we going to have a hell of a time? You're going to give me my 7th Nefri. Okay, let's throw a platinum into the mix here. Shake things up a bit. Yeah. This actually was one of the epics it took me the longest to get, just that, RNG of when these things come through. But I did finally get him, but it's really nice to get the legendary tomes from completing the sets or the families or whatever. All right, guess golds are where it's at for me. Oh, it's gonna be fun clearing all this out of my inbox later. Definitely still some epics that I'm missing, but I don't remember who at the moment. That's nice. They put the little exclamation point on the lexicon to show you when you get somebody new, so that's cool. Is that the new one? No. Burn, heal, block. I gotta give them credit for the variety of heroes they come up with. Empires and Puzzles rehashes a lot of the same skills and just simply makes them better or something, but I do applaud them for... That's the one. I do applaud them for the variety, though it does make it hard to know how good something's going to be, right? Like in Empires and Puzzles, I'm like, all right, 240% damage, I know what that looks like. But here, you're like 450% of target speed 3 times. It's a little trickier, but I think that makes the game more interesting. Some people seem to be better at predicting this stuff than I am too, so I don't think everyone struggles quite the same. Oh, are we going to the Mercy? Come on. She's carrying a scythe, but she's dressed like she's going to a medieval dance or something like that, which is... She's a murderer, or she... I don't know. I don't know how to reconcile that odd combination. She's getting revenge. Heat of the moment, passionate revenge on... her lover, who is with another maiden. Okay. Well, it is nice not to have to take a break to feed away heroes in the middle. It lets you work with them on your own pace a little bit. But then you gotta deal with it later. Oh my gosh. Yep, we got her. Give me the ninja man. Perhaps he's more of a samurai. A lot of epics. Be using those to make some 5-star cauldrons. Come on. We've been patient enough. Let's go. So, how accurate was I in terms of when the Mercy was going to kick in? I was just over 500, so we were expecting it around 250, but we're getting it at around 280. So, yeah, I guess I had done a few more than I had thought. Usually for like the dailies, I use silvers. Like sometimes I want to use the golds for the dailies because then it gets you that much closer to the mercy counter, so that when there's a hero you want, you don't have to go quite so long, but then you're also running the risk of pulling a legendary and resending the counter at a time where you don't necessarily want to be doing that. So usually I just use bronze or silver, and then typically it's a bunch of 2 stars or 1 stars, and then you feed those away to get your other daily hero leveling challenge taken care of. Oh, really? We're going all the way to 250, huh? Bohemir. Everybody's favorite. I don't even know what he does. Okay, Carrot Boy, Toby. He kind of made a big splash, and now I hardly see him anymore. I can't remember what the yellow one was. Was it Toby? Or was it Gilbert? I think is the purple one. I don't remember the rest. Come on. Alright, for all the people who say that I don't go to the mercy counter, I do. Alright, come on. 50-50 chance. Let's get that coin flip. Damn it. That is, I think he's new to me. Such a weird, like when you see the outline of them. Those big feathery, whatever the hell those are. Alright, Grimbor, let me remind myself. He's a sniper. Ignores defense. Damage increased if affected by protective shield, fortify, or increased defense. Damage increased by 35%. So, pretty easy to get a 70% increase in damage. Monogane is a bit slow for how low his attack percentage is. Yeah, not someone I'm going to prioritize right away. Let's try a few platinums. Alright, we're looking for the guy with the big sombrero. No idea where I am in the mercy for platinums. I think I used some in my last pull video with no success, I think, so. What is it, 13, and it appears at 10 maybe? Man, I feel like they need to boost the platinum percent chance. It's going to be exciting when I finally use my diamond scroll. I can't decide, like they're so rare. I'm like, I don't think I should use it. Maybe I should wait. Well, fuck, I guess I'm using all my damn scrolls today. Oh, epics after epic. All right, Alright, this one's a legendary though. Yeah, come on, buddy. No. Alright. Onward. Someone to feed my huge inbox of heroes to. Oh, God. Damn, I only get one more chance. Ooh, I'm considering using a diamond. There's something, I don't know. Sometimes it's just like, what are the heroes you like, you know? Like, everyone wants to have the competitive edge to win as much as possible. That is certainly one angle to take and one approach. But sometimes it's fun just to use the heroes that you think are fun to use, or like make teams that other people might not be thinking of. I don't know. Maybe it's just a weaker approach, but there's something I like about just going for heroes that you think are cool. And, you know, you probably not just like just the art, but like thinking their abilities are cool and then trying to find a way to make them work. I feel like there is potential in that, but I don't know. Maybe I care more about something that's more individually fulfilling than just like, am I doing the best thing that I'm supposed to do? I do a bit of both, but just a long-winded answer for trying to say that I do enjoy prioritizing the heroes that I think will be fun. Come on! Fuck, it's gonna be a tough call if I get down to the bottom of my golds and have to make a determination about what to do with my diamond scrolls. I'm tempted to use one. I just really like the idea of like throwing 5 to 8 burns on someone and just letting that finish them off, or like using that with like Zarkon or something like that, and doubling down on the status side of things. Seems pretty good. Like, if you think about, it's kind of like I'm blanking on her name right now, the blue Far East that puts Assassin's Mark. Can't remember her name, but she's pretty squishy, but it's pretty fun when you land like she can land like 4 to 6 Assassin's Marks depending on how she's built, and it's pretty satisfying when you do like 30,000 damage from that. So even though it's not like straight up upfront damage, it's not hard to trigger that. And same thing, if this hero is going to be slow, then it stands to reason that the enemy is going to be having the next turn. We got something? Fucking tricksters, man. Stands to reason as this probably the slowest hero on your team that the enemy is going to be going next. And that likely means they're going to be experiencing some burn damage. Oh, man. I feel like the color thing as it unfolds does not look the same for Epic every time. There's like sometimes where it looks like it starts off like a little more like peach colored or like that orange color, and there's sometimes where it looks distinctly more purple, and I keep thinking that I'm going to learn how to spot what's coming. Like there's some subtle difference, they don't start exactly the same, but maybe that's just pure bullshit. I don't know. But now I'm just kind of feels like legendary heroes aren't possible. Oh boy. All my scrolls. Oh, at least hopefully we get them. See, like that one seems like it stayed blue for a long time. Let's see if they're all like that. All right, we got her again. Or maybe there's just like 3 variations and they cycle just to mess with your emotions. I'm curious if people agree with me on this or if I just sound crazy trying to read the tea leaves of what's coming, but I would be surprised if people didn't agree with that, but who knows. Alright, let's see what we get this time. It was kind of blue and orangey, then it came in like light purple, and then the moment where orange comes in just never happened. Oh, my inbox. RIP my inbox. Come on. I should start planning now. If I get another legendary and it's not the featured hero, am I going to use a diamond scroll? I think I will. Frank, that was the one. That was the yellow one, right? Doesn't really have a color to him. Yeah, that was the yellow one. Okay. I think I am. I've been watching the heroes coming out over the last few weeks, and like none of them seem like, holy shit, this one's way better than the others. Like they seem to be releasing them quite balanced, which is a good thing because that means you don't have to be ready to jump on a hero, you know, that like they're trying to create a balanced release of heroes where none of them are just far and away better than the others. There have been moments where a hero comes out and we're like, oh damn, this hero is super good. And if you look at the defense teams, you know, we see consistent heroes there. So yeah, I guess my point is lately they seem to be very balanced, and it's just kind of like, what do you want? What's going to fit better in the meta, maybe? I don't know. I've been typically using my own preference, which is damage dealing heroes that are not based on attack, because I had a few of those, like with Raphael, with Arthur, various others. And if they get a lot of early turns, like if their speed is faster, they just obliterate that hero before you get a turn sometimes. Wow, that one looked different. I'm tripping. So yeah, I was like, maybe heroes like Sophia that are based on defense are better to focus on because they get the bonus of survivability with damage. However, their gemstone attacks suffer since those are always based on attack damage. Oh man, this sucks. All right. I'm going to get him though, right? Oh. I think this was one that I needed actually. Either that or I got her recently. All right, we're down into the mercy category. The mercy threshold. Okay, holding my breath like something's gonna happen. Oh man, preparing myself for disappointment. And will I use a diamond? They're so infrequent. As far as I know, there's only been the one for sale and the one from the event. So it's like, oh man, you really want to savor those, you know, for the right hero. But I'm kind of that person that ends up just saving those kinds of things forever because it's like, whoa. Damn, I didn't know that was possible. All right, well, that sucks. We will be back. All right, let's wrap this up. Moment of truth. Will we get the Sombrero Samurai? Come on. Yeah, baby. Whew. My diamonds are safe. My golds were not. All right. Awesome. So I guess since I committed this much, I should probably go for tomes. I feel like they've been doing cool animations lately. The on-screen animations when you're in battle. A lot of detail with the art here too. So awesome. We talked about it enough. This video has been long enough. Ooh. So we'll call it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please hit that like button and subscribe. 2 quick clicks, and it really does help support the channel. So I appreciate everyone who does that already. And if you don't often think to, here is your reminder. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.